Yo, you know what it is, man. Support Tequilla Roze, repping that self, you know what I mean? You watching Solid Talks. One. I truly didn't have no definition. Everybody sees the acronyms, but I really didn't have a definition for it. It was more just whoever you are, self, just to be true to yourself, honest with yourself, understand the power of yourself. And I wanted to make an album like that and just kind of get that message out, whether it was using music, books, clothing, however. And then, but you know, we did have acronyms and we did break it down sometimes. And I had one day, I broke it down. I was like surviving every little failure. And said it a couple times. It stuck. People who heard it was like, yo, that's it, right there. So it was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna run with that. You know what I mean? Out of all the breakdowns. So.
All right. So you also do music. Like, what do you have in mind for 2014? I mean, as far as the vision with the music, and are you planning on incorporate that with the clothing line, as far as the movement?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. The start off with the music, the self-whole thing. So 2014, actually, though, what we want to do is a mixtape. You know, I wanted to do a mixtape that actually touched with the community. We was getting out, and I've been making a lot of moves, kind of going out of my area, from the AV area, and getting with certain names or, you know, currencies and the bigger little rap names, you know, with bigger names. But just doing that to let cats see we out here really trying to get it. But you know, 2014, I got an idea just trying to touch the community now where I'm at, which is this AV area, and a whole mixtape. And you know, behind me you see I got the people coming out here that are artists, and you know that's one of the things. And I also got my solo album that I'm working on in a minute, and you know, stay pushing, progressing.
Okay. Now, as far as celebrity branding is concerned, like, what type of celebrities would you like to allow self to be branded with? Like, what figures out there in the game that actually represent the concept of self? But on that level, on that A-class level, like, what celebrities would you like to, you know, brand self?
You know, at the end of the day, the artist who's basically, of course, being himself, always thinking about progression, always going forward. It's kind of hard to have a company or a thing called self, but then look at certain people and say, oh, you know, you can't rock that shirt, or I don't want you too much. You know, as long as you ain't speaking on nothing that's hindering or trying to hurt others,
right.
You know, negative type of culture, you know, then just be yourself. You know, I'm not a perfect person myself, so right. I represent myself. Right?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
You know, so it's not trying to preach this thing to customers. It's like, you'll be yourself. You know, as long as you ain't hurting others and you do what you do, you just maybe if you hurting yourself,
right.
Hopefully better yourself if you can. So
now, is it like a certain code behind the whole movement itself? It's like, you know, certain disciplines that's incorporated with the movement.
Well, I can tell you for like the last 6 months, me and my partners, business partners, we've been sitting down together. We're trying to create a real structure. We understand for us to grow. It's easy for me to get out here and do this on a solo thing when I'm only doing it myself, you know. But if you want this thing to grow and be more people and people follow in line, it's like anything. It's like an army. There's rules, there's regulations, there's chain of command. You know what I mean? And basically, we want to grow. I want to get bigger and grow. But I don't want to be. I want to see people extending to me, doing the same things I've done, but doing it for themselves. So to do things like that, it has to be rules, regulations, holding accountability, time. There's so many things that have to be like a business. It's like a true business. For you want to really grow, it's got to be like a business. And I have realized that most people they go to work all the time, and they take their job all serious. They clocking in, they on point, boom, 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 all this. But then when they come to their passion, they rapping on this and that, then it's just like, oh, we're going to get it in when we can get it in. And that's a problem. So, you know, we trying to take this shit real serious for this 2014. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And if we don't take it serious, like if we don't get that structure right, I don't even see us growing at all. I wouldn't even try to. It would be irrelevant. It'd be stupid to try.
Right. You know? Now, as far as like, we understand that you have self incorporated with pharmacy. Now, is there any other locations that you would like to set up shop, or, you know, form any partnerships with any other clothing spots or things of that nature, maybe outside of the region that you're thinking about?
I mean, if the opportunity comes, yeah, we definitely would think about that. I had conversations with pharmacy, and they're very open-minded to it. They show me all love, and I'm really thankful for them. You know, so if some other things come up, we did have a little something, doing a couple indoor swap meets, things like that. But you know, we pulled out this. We just kept it pharmacy, and right now, you know, we go through these streets too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we getting the money corporated wise, and we out here in these streets slinging it off like it's drugs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
For real. So, whatever God shows, whatever God shows. If the opportunity comes, then you know where we'll go at it. But other than that, right now we pharmacy and we on these streets.
That's right.
So,
have you been approached with any sponsors as far as any endorsements? Or are you planning on obtaining any sponsorships or endorsements in 2014?
You know, it's kind of crazy, man. I think that the point that where self is at right now is like, I couldn't even get at two answers just yet if we would or we're not. You know, we in
guerrilla mode right now.
Yeah, we in guerrilla mode.
Yeah.
We in guerrilla mode. We really still in that building process to see how far we can go. I know that once we get that momentum going, and then people see us moving, people moving around more with it, all that stuff will come. All that stuff will present itself, and then when it presents itself, we'll know if we're ready for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last question for this set, man, how would you like S.e.l.f. as the brand and entity, the core value of it, to impact the world? Like, what's your objective? Are you trying to create some type of social change and a social consciousness with this brand, or?
Yeah, definitely. I just want people to really understand the power of themselves, and once you understand that power of the power that's in you, the power that's in this universe. Once you understand this thing that creates this universe, that God, whatever you may call your God, Allah, or whatever, you know, whatever the name. Once you understand that power that created everything is in your body, once you truly know that, and you move with that type of that understanding of that, you really can't be stopped. You can only stop yourself.
Right.
And that's what I want the cats to really understand. You know, some will get it, some won't. But until then, we just gonna keep pushing and doing what we gotta do. But that's what I learned over the years, and that's why I go as hard as I go.
That's right.
And,
so, I mean, that last drop was kind of deep. You had a lot of depth in that. So, when are we expecting the book, man? Like, what's up?
The book. The book
Proverbs
is there.
of Rose Proverbs or something. Like, what's good?
It's there, man. The book is actually there, and you know. I think it's kind of funny. We had to set up. We had to give them a book first, give them clothing first before we can really get cats to the book. But once it opened everybody up, I think everybody gonna gravitate. So the book is there. We actually already kind of got it read, and I might add on more to it. You know, because as I keep growing, I keep learning more and this and that. It's funny, man. You know, I can't call it, but you know, overall, I just want to get that big point out that there's a power within all of us, man. Once we tap into it, we're straight.
S.e.l.f. Clothing, available at www.selfclothing.bigcartel.com. Available now, the $50 S.e.l.f. bundle. 1 tee, 1 tank top, 1 crew neck, the S.e.l.f. book, and the new self-explanatory EP from Tequilla Roze. For more information, please contact 661-212-6494.